Hi, and welcome to this episode of Interesting Finds. Later, we're going to take a look at machinist's obsession for finding the center of the Earth. But first, let's take a look at a gift sent to me by Tom over at Hilltop Machine Works. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do. He sent me this calendar as a Christmas present, which I really appreciate. The quality of the paper is insanely good. Super thick paper and really good photography. And it's not your typical machinist calendar. Some of them are showing some interesting setups with some interesting machining going on in the background. Some interesting parts, some of which I've never seen. Some basic turning there. And some more milling with a rotary head on a machine on a table. So he's got all kinds of interesting things he's showing examples of. A horizontal mill, which I'm really jealous that he's got and I don't. And then even a mistake. Look at the size of this drill bit. That's like inch diameter and it's broken off in the hole. And when I asked him about it, he said, well, better the drill broke than my wrist or something to that effect. So the pictures are really cool. The calendar includes all of the normal holidays throughout the year. The paper is really thick cardboard, glossy. That's a beautiful shot of his new shop that he built. I don't know if you know, if you've been watching his channel for a while, he spent like a year and change building this shop, and then he had a really unfortunate incident in a fire where he got burned pretty badly, and he's rebuilt it again, and he's off and running. He added this cool little shaded area so he could work outside. Probably don't want to in this kind of weather. Thanks a lot, Tom. Really appreciate it. If you want to check out his calendar, you can go to his channel, and he probably has a link to the website. He sells this as merchandise, and you can support his channel, which is always great because Tom's a great guy, and he's got a really cool channel. So if you're wondering about my cryptic introduction, then your answer will be given to you right now, is that machinists really are interested in where the center of the Earth is, because that's the job of a level. A level, the bubble points. Essentially, when it is top dead center, this thing is perpendicular, this surface here is perpendicular to the vector or the line that goes right through the center of the Earth, or at least through the center of gravity of the Earth. And so, for normal intents and purposes, having a level here and having a level here and getting them both level, you would say they're both pointing in the exact same direction. In reality, I'm going to exaggerate this. Rather than both pointing straight up and down, they're both pointing ever so slightly at an angle I'm exaggerating to for effect, because they're both pointing at the center of mass of the Earth, which, you know, is at an angle from each other. So for most of our work, levels point in the same direction, even for machinists for most of what they do, because the Earth is so large. But you need to keep that in the back of your mind. I'm sure for semiconductor fabs, they take that sort of thing into account, the curvature of the Earth, because those places, everything has to be ultra precise, fractions of an arc second. So this is one very common kind of level that carpenters and homeowners will use. This is another kind where it has little hooks to hang on a string, so you can set up a job site to make sure all of the strings are parallel, and then you can make sure that when you get from stake to stake that they're all at the same height. And I'm just going to keep introducing some additional levels here that I have. Here is another homeowner type level. As you can see, it always points down. And this guy has lasers pointing in multiple directions. You pop this guy up against a wall, and it'll, once you find level, you set the level point, and it will project a red line in 3 axes perpendicular, so that you know where, like if you're hanging a bunch of paintings and you want them all in line, this uses a level as well. Some of you have probably seen a big guy like this. The point of this guy is to set up a job site, something large, and get it closer to level. Has a level in the middle. It also is digital. It's okay accuracy. Now we're going to start looking at precision levels. Here is a Chinese small precision level. Each division is 0.02 millimeters over 100 millimeters, or 10 centimeters, or 1/10 of a meter. It's got a nice flat spot on the bottom, and it's adjustable. So you'd say, well, that's really weird. None of these other ones are adjustable. Well, this is a precision one. So, you know, you can compensate for expansion of the metal. Like right now I'm holding on the aluminum, which is not a great idea because it's expanding under my touch as the heat makes expanded, and probably differentially if I'm holding one side. So with this adjustment, these are self-setting. So what you would do is you'd get something that's close to level, you'd note where the bubble is, then you'd flip it 180 and it should be exactly symmetrically opposite. And if it's not, you dial that in until it is. So you can use the level to set itself. Next up, we have this German level. This guy is accurate to 0.1 millimeters over 1,000 millimeters or 1 meter, so 1 part in 10,000. And it has 2 bubbles, if you can see in there. One is very accurate and the other one is a lot less accurate. It's also precision ground so that the faces are all square and perpendicular to each other. And this can help you set up things that you want to be perpendicular. It also has plastic handles so that you're not holding on the metal and heating it up differentially and ruining the accuracy. Next up, we have this precision level here. Also has plastic handles, and it does have a crosswise rough bubble and a highly accurate bubble. This is accurate to 0.5 of an inch over 10 inches. And it is also adjustable. You pull this plate off and there is a screw adjust for it. The bottom is ground with a V, and this one has been flaked. This is a Fowler. Here is another variation on this. This is the Starrett. This is also, this one is 0.005 over a foot, so this one is slightly more accurate than that one. This one also under the screw has an adjustment. Also has a cross bubble for 2 directions, but this one is very coarse, this one is fine. This one also has been scraped in. Then there are some precision 2-way levels that are equally accurate in both directions, like this guy right here. This one's mountable. These are surprisingly expensive if you've never seen one. This is a precision 2-way level, and it has been scraped in on the bottom. And then there is this style of 2-way with a bubble in the center, and it goes any direction simultaneously. This one's as accurate as this glass bit is right here, which means that, you know, not super accurate because this was fairly inexpensive. This also used to have a magnet in it, but the magnet stuck proud, so that was kind of pointless. This is too inexpensive to be really accurate. Next up, you've probably seen this kind of level. These are really inexpensive. This one's made by Johnson Levels. It has not precision ground, but roughly cast aluminum or fairly accurately cast aluminum square sides. And it supposedly gives fraction of a degree. It posts an error when it's on its back, but I don't know, maybe you can see this. There it'll post an angle. And these are available everywhere. These are fairly inexpensive, and I think it uses a MEMS, a micro, I forget what MEMS stands for. It's MEMS, and it's an acronym. Basically stands for micro machine, and it's a semiconductor sized mechanical device where they measure angles. So it's probably got a couple cantilevers and a little mass inside, and it detects where those cantilevers are. And these are fairly common and pretty useful. They're also, some of them are magnetic. This one is not. And all of this was just a build-up to the tool I want to introduce you to, which is this guy that I bought off a Master Car. This thing was surprisingly inexpensive for how versatile it is. And I'm going to show you a huge difference between this and almost everything else. Well, everything else you see here. For one thing, let's say you're trying to level your lathe and you're down adjusting the feet and you've got this sitting on one of your ways and it's a little bit off, so you go down, make an adjustment, you pop back up, take a look, go down, make another adjustment, keep iterating until you get accurately to where you're at. Every one of these has the same issue, including this electronic one, in that you need to be looking at it to see what it's measuring. This guy solves that problem. I bought this guy off McMaster Car for about 300 bucks. It's accurate to 2/1000 of an inch per foot, which is really pretty good considering. Precision base. Display, and the display can read both axes. This is a 2-axis level, so it can measure in 2 directions simultaneously. So that's one direction, that's the other direction. But so far I haven't shown you anything that's particularly great about this. What makes this guy special is the ability to remotely view your level. So here, I will tilt this guy down here. Oops. So if you're setting up something like a lathe, I could be at the other end of the lathe making an adjustment on the foot while this guy is sitting on the ways, which would be really awesome. And I can do 2 directions simultaneously, which is absolutely fantastic. One drawback is that you have to log into an account to use this guy remotely, which is unfortunate, to use the software. The level works by itself. It comes with login credentials for one account, so you can't easily have multiple accounts with this, which is unfortunate. It's a surprisingly accurate device, and since you can adjust things in two levels remotely, setting up machine equipment when you're down on the ground adjusting a foot or a leveling pad, this is super handy. They do sell an even more precise version of this level that you can buy. It's a lot more money, as you would expect. Everything goes up in price as precision goes up, which makes perfect sense. I think you should check this out if you're interested. This version is only $290, and it's 2/10 of an 2/1000 of an inch per foot. Not as precise as the big Starretts, but you can really walk yourself in with this guy if you want to. The fact that it's remotable is pretty awesome. By the way, this display turns off when the remote software is on. The remote software can do single axis, it can do dual axis. You can do all kinds of things. You can have multiple devices connect to. You can actually connect to multiple devices simultaneously. It's a pretty handy little tool. And for this basic model, for $290, I'd say it's worth every penny. I think you should check it out. I give it a big thumbs up. I'm really pleased with it. Thanks for watching. Hope you find it useful. Hope to see you next time.